Now, the global EV sector at the moment is a very strange one. We've got political issues, environmental issues. Will EVs even, work? Can they deliver the range, the consumer products that we all want? And like I said, there's huge amount of competition of like small startups fighting massive multinational conglomerates, and in that world, then there's going to be some casualties. So it's really hard to know where to put your money into in terms of EV stock investments. There's ETFs, there's other forms of investment, but if you want to pick on individual stocks, it's very difficult. You've got your traditional like Teslas in that sector, some other more well-known brands, maybe your Lucids, Rivians there, and the main old automobile companies, your Toyotas, your BMWs, Volkswagens, those type of companies offering products. So what is there at the moment that offers good value with great potential for further upside, and also delivers a good product, and like I said, gives you that chance as an investor to get in now before it's possibly too late? Well, in this video I'm going to take a look at one such stock I think ticks those boxes, and we are going to get into that analysis right now. So for the record, I'm a petrol head. I love the old motors, the V8s, the V6s, but I'm trying to embrace this new technology, so I'm trying to deliver this video from a neutral point of view. Now, what is that stock that I am talking about? Now remember, this is just my opinion. You probably think I'm talking gibberish, but this is what I see, and you can agree, disagree with it. Let me know in those comments below what you think. What stocks in the EV sector you think are going to be high flyers of the future? But my pick is a company called Fisker, ticker FSR, and I'm going to have a look at the fundamentals, a bit of background into who and what they are, and the technicals, the chart, see where that price could be heading next, maybe a few trade ideas in there for you as well. So let's first of all look into the background of Fisker and what they have to offer at the moment. So join me in the Fisker website. It's www.fiskerinc.com, and first impressions, it all looks very glossy. So let's have a look at the product first. What are they offering? Well, Mr. Fisker has been trying a long time to get this right, moving heavily into the electric sector to try and become a success. And actually, what I think is they're actually offering a very good range of cars. Now they've got something called the 4C coming out pretty soon. That's a version of their Ocean SUV, but they've got 4 cars. Now the first one up is the Ocean, a sort of family size SUV, looks quite sporty, got a very long range and good performance, even got solar panels on the roof. And then we've got the Pair, maybe a bit of a smaller city-based car, still looks attractive, very practical. And then moving on to the Alaska, a more versatile sort of pickup type truck. And then finally, if you're feeling flush, you've got the Ronin, this sports car, very nice looking car. So one of the important things in, I suppose, the EV sector is the product, and people forget about that, and it's whether you like the look of these things or not. And they certainly produce some good looking cars here at Fisker compared to a lot of very ugly EVs out there at the moment. So product wise it looks good, and they've got a good range covering all sort of areas. Plus what I like about them when you compare them to rivals like Lucid or Rivian is that they're actually going more global. They've set up a network around the globe to sell these vehicles, which is very important if you're going to try and be a success, because you're competing against, like I say, huge markets. So yeah, first impressions all very good from the website. What about a bit more background to the company, about 2.3 billion market cap, so relatively small, relatively new. What other information? Well, they use a Canadian company to help build their vehicles, headquartered out of California. So I think, first impressions, they've got a great possible setup. There has been some problems with production numbers in the past, but they're starting to deliver. Another problem that the smaller new startups in this sector has is actually delivering the product, and they're giving themselves the best chance, I think, here. And what I really like about them is, because they're small, they're thinking big, they're looking big, is that there's plenty of value, I think, in the share price. It's it's only $6 2/3 at the moment, so it's very cheap and very good value. And I'm going to do some trade ideas later, see what we can do around that $6 ish, $7 price. But it offers good value, good upside, maybe compared to some of those rivals as well. So with that background picture in place, let's go and have a look at the charts next and see where the price could be heading off to. So heading into the charts here, we've got the weekly Heikin Ashi chart for Fisker, like I said, ticker FSR, and they haven't been on the stock market that long, sort of back there around the latter parts of 2018. Stock price has been a lot better, highs around about $32, and we've seen this big decline in the stock price. I think that's due, like I said, for some fundamental reasons, the level of competition, etc. But like I said, we've seen the website, we've seen the products. It's looking, like I said, good value at these levels. So where could we be looking to get that price going up to? Well, if we have a look at the volume over there, huge amount where we're playing at the moment. Point of control around about $6. The next important upside level is just under $11 there, 10.82. We've got that big arc in the volume at price, and then a peak again around about $15 at that 38.2% Fibonacci line. So that's going to be key. You can see there's a lot of action through those zones there. After that, it's going to be breaking up through those barriers as it makes its way up to the highs. 0.618, 61.8% Fibonacci line, $21, then just about $26, and then to 32, and then hopefully then, if we are bullish, it can push on past that. Other things to note, we got the indicator pointing positive at the moment. Volatility wise, it's not as volatile as I thought as a stock. I think it's about 50% ish on average per annum at a level, historical volatility, so not too dangerous at the moment. You can actually see by the bar sizes they're pretty small. It was a lot more volatile back in 21, but sort of calmed down a bit now. So let's move on to some other charts. We've got the 4-line break chart here for reversal action. What can we take away from that chart? Well, at the moment we've got a bearish setup in place, and if you want to go short, I'll be looking maybe at, if I was aggressive, 595 area, maybe a bit more conservative, just over the 5 level for, like I said, that move down. And then heading into the Renko chart, what have we got? I've used a 0.1 block size here. Takeaways, well, we got the low back down in April of this year. Since then, it's been more of a bumpy journey upwards. Currently, we got bullish stochastics and trend DMI there. Point of control is at, like I said, that roughly that $6 area where the volume is. So if we get a pullback, probably likely to pause there before heading maybe to $5.65, then just over 5 then down to those lows again at 4 1/3, and then into that grey zone there if it fails. Upwise in the shorter term, you've got to break through that high there, which was in earlier July, which is just about $7. Not a lot of volume going on there. Then it's, like I say, breaking up through those different levels. So we got 7 2/3, 8 2/3, and then 9 and 10 to the upside. So that's a technical analysis. It's looking flattish, but maybe even weak bullish, but it's certainly looking like the momentum is picking up to the upside. So with that, let's have a look at a few trade ideas. So some trade ideas, with the price being as low as it is, it does restrict the options or strategies that we can deploy. It's good value at $6.65 where it's currently trading. So I'm just going to keep it really simple with trade ideas. As you can see here on the left hand side, just circling there, you could buy 100 shares. It's going to cost you $664, or you could buy an at the money call. That's the 6 strike, 3 months of expiry time there. Keep the costs down a bit. Like I said, good value at cost $111. Or you could be in for more longer term punt, maybe a 25 delta 13 strike all the way out to middle of 2024. And we just play around with the calculator here. You could get a serious return. It gets up to let's just stop it at that $17. You can see each one of those produces a very tasty return indeed. So if you're bullish, Fisker, like I said, keep it simple, and maybe something like just buying the calls with different strikes and expiries, or just buying the shares outright because they're still quite affordable. Like I said at the start of the video, this is just my own opinion. Do your own due diligence around stock trading. Do your own homework and stick to your trading and risk management plans. Don't just jump in on what I say. Do, like I said, do the digging and find out for yourself. But like I said, that's my opinion. I think Fisker could potentially be a good stock to invest in just because of where the stock price is, how they look quite organised in terms of production now, delivering numbers. The range, I really like the range. It's some good looking cars, from SUVs all the way up to sports cars. Got the potential. Can they nail it? That's the big question. Let me know in the comments below what you think. What do you think of Fisker? What stock, EV stock, would you pick as your hot tip for the future of that market? Like to hear your thoughts there, and also on the bigger picture around the environment, subsidies, the global competition. Who do you think is going to end up winning the game? Now, if you like the analysis from this video, I'll put a link to a totally free course I've got on the YouTube channel here at the Stop Hunter. Ultimate free trading course. Work your way from top to bottom down the list, and it's going to cover everything, all the markets, psychology, risk management, trade management, strategy. It's all thrown in there, totally free, and it's all going to help your trading and make you become better traders. So that playlist coming up now.